Hey y'all, it's Shanez, and I'm just sitting here thinking about hip hop. With hip hop not being on the Billboard Hot 100 for the first time in 35 years, many in the collective are discussing what they believe has caused the genre to drop out of relevance. And I've even heard that there's a subsection of people who are actually blaming Kendrick Lamar.
Bro, I talked to a few rappers, and obviously they're not woke rappers, they're not lyrical rappers. A bunch of them feel like Kendrick killed hip hop, bro. This is what they told me. He made hip hop so lame where it's like, is just over analyzing shit. Like this is about to be like the whole genre is battle rap. They feel like it's harder to get attention doing what they did because Kendrick just turned it into a Me Too movement.
Yeah, the Pulitzer Prize winning rapper Kendrick Lamar for making rap, quote, all about beefs. The statement is truly absurd, the thoughts are absurd, but I want to give my take on this because rap music being about competition and sparring with the other hot rapper is nothing new. Not only is it embedded in the culture, it's something that record labels themselves have profited off of for years. So the beef element really isn't the issue. And then I recently saw a potential beef, and I say that with a question mark because I'll admit I'm not tapped into Gen Z hip hop. I try to stay in my lane, but this new song by NLE Choppa caught my attention. I believe he's allegedly coming at NBA YoungBoy, who I know has been a fixture in rap now for some time. A lot of young adults and teens relate to YoungBoy's music. I haven't heard a lot of it, but I have read the lyrics of a handful of his songs. I would at least say like 10 songs because I really wanted to get a feel for what is in the pain body of the youth or young people. And that's something that I think YoungBoy distinctly represents. And full disclosure, reading it was easier for me to understand. And this beef between YoungBoy and NLE, he's being called out by Choppa for poisoning the youth, a similar tone to the Kendrick and Drake beef with respect to Kendrick coming for Drake for poisoning the culture of hip-hop and cosplaying, etc. All I heard was, so y'all feel like accountability killed hip-hop? Right, got it.
I know that life is not about money, y'all. I know that life is not about sex, y'all. That life is not about women, y'all. I know that life is not about men. It's not about jewelry. It's not about clothes. It's not about your financial situation at all, y'all. As a matter of fact, life is real serious, so me, I'ma be ready.
Because realistically, those who have been born into or tapped into the investment of hip-hop or have been a fan of the genre for years prophesized this death probably more than 30 years ago. What we are looking at now is the hollow shell of what's left. Accountability was slowly stripped away from rap in exchange for capitalistic views. The energy of consciousness in music has been altered by the industry by more ways than just the changing of its frequency. And hip-hop isn't the only genre that has seen this demise. One can say that rock music has also seen this same demise, but they both have one thing in common. Something that's different from just a generational sound or being dated. And that's the hollow, low vibrational atmospheres that they created, reaching their peak of iniquity and having nowhere to go. All of the overactive root, sacral, and solar plexus chakra, hypersexuality, substance abuse, rage, anger, while all of those energies have a place in this world, they pervaded both of these genres.
Rap is cool and all, but it's getting outplayed, bro. It talk about hoes, money, killing. Bro, I don't want to hear that every day, bro.
And the only way up is truth, raw talent, and real messages. But even these things can be fabricated or even delivered by an imperfect messenger, which needs to be normalized, by the way. But the new listening ear requires discernment, and I actually think the high level of musical criticism embodied by today's average listener is the start of that. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but everyone is a music critic these days. And if an artist puts out a song, they will instantaneously hear from their fan base. People aren't holding back.
Taylor Swift's new album is many things. Unfortunately, good is not one of them.
It's interesting because as an artist, I imagine that you want to have your craft respected beyond the scope of other people's individual viewpoints. I feel the same way about the videos I create. But as we move into a more collective-based way of living and thinking, we can't separate the art from the impact anymore, and many of us will not. The revival of music genres like hip-hop in my opinion, has to come from the heart. And I think we're going to see more artists following the motif Kendrick and Annalie Chapa have been displaying right now. The level of creativity is being elevated alongside consciousness and will not be left behind. So that's my soft take. My name's Chinez, and thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and consider subscribing. You can follow me on TikTok or subscribe to my Substack, Static and Ripples, both at Official Chinez. You can also subscribe to my main channel, Channeling Chinez, here on YouTube for video essays and deep dives. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.